the mood of the country is not happy. The mood of the country is not happy with the president, with his health care plan, with his bailing out of companies that have proven that they can't keep themselves in business because they're big business. You know, those two things alone are very big sticking points to where people in this country are not happy. I know I'm not happy about it. I'm not happy as a small businessman that I can't get any of that kind of assistance. You know, I mean, the reality to my life in my company is I have to make a certain amount of money every month. If I don't, I got to make a decision between paying my office rent or paying my home rent. That's the reality to the average small business owner. To you guys, to you guys that don't own businesses but are hardworking people that go out to, you go out to your job and whatnot, you got to make that decision. Do I stay with this sucky job with this boss that I can't stand, or do I roll the dice and, take a stab that I'm going to be able to find another job? And right now, the president's policies are making it so you can't take that. You can't make that choice. You're a prisoner in your own job now, thanks to this president. And face it, I know the national average is 9.7% unemployment as of April 1st. Well, the reality unemployment, those that have fallen off the unemployment rolls and those that just haven't filed but are not working is, I believe I saw a number last week that is something like 22%. It's almost 1 in 4. And think about your friends in your own world. If you put all your friends in a room, could you look to any one corner of that room and not find 2 to 5 people that aren't working? I couldn't. And that is a direct response to what the government is doing to us right now. Barack Obama being part of it, President Bush being another part of it. The two of them combined have wrecked the economy. They've wrecked it. They wrecked it with the housing bubble. And not only those two guys. Let's not just narrow it down to those two guys. Those two governments, those two staffs. I'm talking about Congress. I'm talking about House of Representatives. I'm talking about the people that are elected to keep things running and keep things running smoothly. None of them have proven that they can do it. But it's sickening that instead of letting things fail so that, the greater good of commerce can do what commerce does, which is cannibalize on the fallen and rebuild itself stronger in littler pieces, as little companies build themselves back into big pieces. No, we can't do that. AIG, too big to fail. Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, you know what? Let them fail. Somebody will buy those loans. Somebody will buy those notes, and somebody will keep making cars. If you let 2 of the 3 automakers fail, well, you know what? At least you get one strong auto company out of it. And I'm sorry to you auto workers that don't like that deal, but that's just the way it works. You know what? If my little IT business, which is what I do on the side, fails, I guarantee you there'll be someone else ready and willing to take my customers. The problem is that the president doesn't look at that. But what he does look at, though, is the fact that the people aren't kissing his ass on, on their opinions right now. And I don't know how you guys feel, but for me, personally, I do turn to talk radio a lot, not to hear what the hosts say. I listen to Rush Limbaugh every day, and I listen to Glenn Beck most every day, and I do catch O'Reilly, and I do catch The Ed Show on MSNBC, and I've been known to watch Wolf Blitzer in the Situation Room, and, and Jack Cafferty, and Anderson Cooper. I check them all out from here and again, and at least once a week, I catch at least a full show from just about all these guys. The only one I won't watch is Oberman because he is just a jackass. But him aside, Rachel Maddow and Greta Van Susteren and all them, I do watch all of them to try and have a full rounded, picture. But the reality is I don't care what any of them have to say, especially on talk radio. When you get to Rush Limbaugh, I don't care what he's saying. I don't really care about his stupid agenda that he's pushing where, every time a Democrat sharpens his pencil, it's really some secret plot to ruin the Republicans. It's just stupid. But the interesting thing when you watch those or listen to those kind of shows is the callers, because you really get a real sense from the callers. Now, that's, again, part of this is me assuming that the callers are genuine and not, not fixed callers, which, radio show that makes $1 billion a year, they could certainly hire a staff to make their calls for them. But I'll play under the rules that they are fair calls, and you get a good picture. I mean, you get a good picture when people call in. I hear a lot on Limbaugh. People call in and say, I haven't been able to find a job in 6 months, and I'm broke, and I don't know how I'm going to pay for this health care bill, and I don't know how I'm going to pay these extra taxes and whatnot. It is my opinion anyway, that the actual true feelings of the government is not with the president. And I get that from talk radio. Now, that seems to have rattled the president a little bit. He doesn't seem too happy about it. Well, I'm sorry, Mr. President, but that's the way it is. So I'll tell you what we're going to do here. I'm going to take a little break, get myself a quick drink of water. We're going to come back. We're going to read through some of this article about the president and his troublesome feelings toward talk radio, and we'll see if we can make any sense of it when we get back, all right? So until then, enjoy these fine words from our sponsor. It's all the news.